What's up, Mi40 Nation? Ben Pakulski here. Calf training is one of the questions I get most often. What do you do for your calves? How do you optimize calf training? How do I learn to contract my calves? How do I learn to bring up a lagging body part? Really, the biggest problem with calf development, most people, they think it's genetic. If you have a predisposition to a certain shape in your calves, it's something we can't change, but most people don't. Most people just are too lazy to actually figure out how to train it and train it hard enough to actually get some development. Brandon's made tremendous progress in his calves. I actually commented on it today just by applying intelligent principles. He's engaging the muscle, engaging the working muscle first, maintaining continuous tension and extending time under tension. So simple. The massive disconnect with calves for most people is two things. The range is too small and they have no idea how to engage their calves because they're so worried about moving weight that ends up being a foot movement. So I'm going to step out here and show you guys what usually happens. So most people end up doing this. They're coming on the outside of their feet. If you were to look at that, it's just basically foot flexion. My toes are moving. What I'm trying to do is this. That's an ideal scenario, right? Which has nothing to do with my toes. I'm trying to put, my calves are an ankle extensor, ankle plantar flexor. So what I'm trying to do is replicate that. So how would I do that? I'd push through, I'd flatten out my foot. So actually, if I have an arch, if that's my arch of my foot, I'm trying to flatten it out and push to the inside of my feet. So flatten out the arch, inside. Flatten out the arch, inside. Flatten out the arch, inside. The next biggest disconnect is shortening the range. So most people are afraid to come all the way to the top or go all the way to the bottom. So Brandon's going to show you guys how to go all the way to the top and all the way to the bottom with a weight that's appropriate and that it can show control at the top and at the bottom. If you're not doing that, you're wasting your time. Good, all the way to the bottom. Now he's going to flatten out this part of his foot against the platform, so push down. Now push it all the way up. Hold. Try not to lean back. Good, and try to engage it. What I'm thinking about when I'm doing this, I'm actually trying to think about the underside of the calf, the underside of the gastrocnemius really popping out. Go ahead, so good. So he's trying to shove the inside of his foot into that pad and actually think about pulling his heel up toward his butt. Good, push down here and pull your heel up toward your butt. You're really gonna see that calf pop. Good. So we're gonna do, for the primer phase, we're usually doing about 10 repetitions, but 3 seconds of pause. So primer phase in Mi40 is a 3-week phase that teaches you how to engage working muscles. A lot of people have lagging body parts or weak body parts because they just don't know how to squeeze it. They just don't know how to engage it with any amount of weight, right? You can't engage it with no weight. You have no business engaging it with weight. Go ahead, come up again. And hold. Awesome. So super easy. Brandon chooses a weight that's relatively moderate. The suggestion is usually about 60% of your working weight. So relatively light, and the idea is to engage the muscle, maintain continuous tension, and maximize time under tension. That's what the primer phase is all about. So if you lack any type of body parts, apply those principles to whatever weak body part you have, and you're guaranteed to see some growth. Ben Pakulski, Brandon Crowe, Mi40 Nation, posse out. Today we're going to give you guys a little bit of insight into what actually the primer workout should be. It's a matter of engaging the working muscle first, maintaining full contractile range with tension, and we're going to show you how to do that to optimize growth, okay?